The original Professor Layton and the Curious Village landed on the Nintendo DS back in 2008, and it was good. The game was successful enough for a sequel, and nearly 2 years later we get the follow-up, Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box, and this is also good. If you've managed to think your way through the first game, then you've got nearly 150 more puzzles to figure out in this new adventure. Professor Layton may be a sequel, but it's told and presented as a standalone experience. If you missed the original game, you won't be lost because the well-written storyline reintroduces you to our hero, Professor Layton, as well as his sidekick assistant, Luke. Layton sets out on a mystery involving a cursed box that, as the legend goes, will cause death to whoever opens it. Players help Professor Layton and his assistant along in their quest by solving puzzles that Layton experiences in his travels. Some puzzles will appear simply from Layton being reminded of one from an everyday item, and other puzzles will show up as a challenge from a person he meets along the way. Many puzzles are variations of challenges you've probably heard in school, while others feel clever and original. The game uses the excellent visual style, musical soundtrack, and game tech as the first game, so Diabolical Box feels exactly like Curious Village, other than the brand new puzzles and fresh storyline. This game is definitely meatier than the original. Curious Village had some great cutscene animation and voice acting, and Diabolical Box simply has more of it. The animated cutscenes are feature film quality and are really fun to watch, but even with the extra stuff, the game tends to rely on bland talking heads more than the video clips to tell a story. New to the sequel are a handful of fun, evergreen puzzles that you carry with you throughout the adventure. In one of the puzzles, you'll take care of a hamster and try and make him walk as many steps as possible by placing items in his path. And in another puzzle, you'll brew tea from items earned along the way. Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box is a good 12 to 15 hours all the way through, and like Curious Village, you'll have the ability to return to any puzzle once you've solved them. The problem is that many of the puzzles only have one solution, and once you figure it out, there's really no reason to play them ever again. Some puzzles even have multiple choice solutions, so when you've already learned the answer, who cares that you can play that puzzle again? Still, even without the replay value, the single-player trek is well worth the price of admission. The game is challenging and extensive, and the variety of puzzles you encounter keep things fresh all the way through the adventure. Be sure to read my full review on IGN.com.